What's up, guys? Welcome to today's video. We are on our way to the Freedom 500. So if you're not familiar with it, Cletus has put together an epic race at his track, the Freedom Factory, where I think there's gonna be like 20 Crown Vics race around a track for like an hour. So with everything that's going on in the world today, I know that he's almost had to pull the plug a couple times, and I feel really bad for him because I know he's put his heart and soul into this event. The money he spent between the cars, the production, getting the track up to spec, all the safety stuff. I'm just so glad he didn't have to cancel the event. He had to end up moving it forward one day and ended up making it so none of us could bring any sort of crew or friends. So it's a very, very limited event with a skeleton crew. And I'm nervous, terrified, but also super excited to get behind the wheel and just battle side by side with a bunch of friends around an oval track. I don't really have any experience whatsoever oval track racing, or really wheel-to-wheel racing for that matter. I'm gonna do my best. I don't know what we're gonna be able to film, document, and what he's gonna wanna keep exclusive. But I will tell you guys, I'm gonna try to be conservative because I know I'm very, very aggressive, and I don't wanna ruin my car in the first couple laps and then not be able to have fun for the rest, because I'm just excited to just drive and drive and drive with everybody. And I don't wanna break my car. Oh, buddy, look at this fancy new sign. I dig it, bro. Sir, I'm gonna need you to maintain a 10 feet distance from me this whole time.
Dude, we have been so serious about today. Did you get talked to right when you got here?
No, I didn't.
Have you been within 6 feet of anybody?
Of course not.
Good.
Never.
We're taking it super serious.
All right. I'm ready.
Check it out, brother. Just look at that.
Oh my gosh. That is so big, dude.
Isn't that sick?
That looks wild.
Pretty different from last time you were here, eh?
I'm so excited to see the cars.
These are your rides, dude, so check it out. They range from 06 to 2012, 70,000 miles all the way to 190,000 miles. There's a lot of them. They all have nitrous, 10-pound nitrous bottle and a roll cage in them.
Wow, I didn't know they got cages.
Yep, and then they all have a radio in them, so you can, the race control will be able to talk to you. And they all have transponders on them, so you'll have lap times and live positioning during the broadcast.
No way.
Yeah, dude.
That is epic.
Dude, you know what's crazy is, had all this stuff not happen, like we had such an insane broadcast setup, there was gonna be able to be water temp, like you could click on a driver, see the status of his car and stuff. But we dialed it back, made it more simple. The race is happening, brother.
So cool. Once we get our cars assigned, everyone's got their stuff all up here. We're gonna make a mad dash to the cars and start decorating them and get all our safety equipment all set up. Out of all the cars here, I got a gold one, the one unique one, and it's super clean. It's kind of cool. I'm excited. I do wish it had the two-tone stuff going on though, so I can make it look extra cool, but I got some spray paint, so we'll make some stuff happen. It came out okay. I ran out of time. I put some of the stickers in the wrong spot. I've definitely underestimated the amount of time that we've had. Whatever. I gotta go get my suit on. The whole livery thing, I should have just kept it simple because I just stressed myself out, and then, oh boy, I broke a GoPro clip. I lost a transponder. I'm getting bitten by bugs. I'm just excited to drive. Camera I dropped 3 times. My car looks, this side looks pretty cool. I like this angle right here. Will it do anything? Probably not, but it looks pretty hilarious. Probably make it worse. I am such an anxious mess. This is crazy. I'm an anxious mess. Oh, I just need to start driving and focus on driving because I'm like freaking out right now. Just, it's, oh my God. And the thing, and then the things. I'm a wreck. The only weird thing is this nitrous cable for the switch keeps like dangling on my leg. Man, this is gonna be a long race. I'm gonna get comfortable. It may sound like I'm whining a lot. I'm just trying to make sure you guys know how like terrified I am. I just don't know if like people are gonna be driving and like spinning people out or what. What's gonna happen? Green flag. So my in-car audio wasn't really the best, so I'll do my best to elaborate on what I was saying in car. In the beginning, my strategy was to kind of stay high, stay out of the wrecks, and conserve tires so I could battle it out towards the end. Kind of worked. I didn't really gain many positions. I started off like 7th on the outside, so close to the back. I'd say like middle to back. But as I'll explain and you'll see in the footage, my plan and strategy quickly changed. On a caution. Man, people are fighting with fire. Whew. This is like kind of more terrifying than anything, I think. I think I'm using a little too much tire. If I have any critique on myself, that would be it. Why do people keep passing back up? You know, I could actually go for that Mountain Dew right now. I'm thirsty. Ironically, I ended up throwing that Mountain Dew back, and I kind of wish I didn't, because there was a couple cautions where I would have killed to drink it. Cletus. Oh, I know we've got a lot of ground to make up. I'm pretty sure that was Garrett that just spun me out right in the beginning. What a bummer. So now we're in dead last. We'll just do our thing back here. Let our tires cool off. You'll notice I took many different lines throughout the race. I knew the outer line almost had the same grip as the inner line, so it was really whatever the car felt happiest at. The proper racing line, I don't know if it actually existed. Sometimes it would feel fast on the outside, sometimes on the inside, depending on traction and where the other cars were. So it was kind of cool, and it made me really adapt as a driver and just continually monitor what seemed to make the most sense. But you'll see after I got spun out, I stopped driving so conservatively, especially realizing that there are so many cautions, and starting from last, I knew that I needed to just keep passing people, so that way, you know, we'd regroup on the caution. Otherwise, I would never have the time to battle my way up to the front. So you'll see my driving start to get very aggressive compared to how it was in the beginning of the race. I know a lot of people kept asking like when I used my nitrous and what I did with my nitrous. I don't know if maybe because my bottle wasn't warm, or maybe there was an issue with my leg getting caught in the wiring. It didn't really feel like it did anything. I tried it a couple times and it didn't really feel like it did much. And I will say though, at the end of the race when I was doing my burnout, it definitely felt like it was working. So maybe it just didn't have enough bottle pressure, or maybe I wasn't holding it down hard enough, but I really didn't, like, you know, I pressed a button, but it didn't feel like I used nitrous the whole race because it really didn't do anything. You'll see quite a few little breakups in the video. It was just, I just cut out all the cautions because there were quite a few cautions from accidents and stuff. I pretty much left the car in second the whole time. If I had an auto, the trans would just be shifting down and shifting up, shifting down, shifting up, and it'd probably overheat. So that's pretty much what most everyone did. Having never really raced in anything even close to that long, I think the longest stint I've ever done was really go-karting. It was probably 10 minutes, if that. I was very nervous at the potential length of doing 100 laps. And in the beginning, it seemed very daunting because it felt like it was taking forever, and I just didn't adjust my seat properly. My arms were too straight, and my arms were getting sore. I was thirsty, and just, I felt like a little complainer. But once I got in my little race zone and I got focused, it seemed like time just flew by, and I was just laser sharp focused, having a great time just trying to work my way up to the front. You'll notice during most of the beginning of the race, my mirror was adjusted terribly. I didn't take the time to adjust my mirrors, but somewhere maybe halfway through the race or closer to the end, I finally adjusted my passenger window, and I started almost driving exclusively in that window. Wow, that was a close one. That was some drift experience there, knowing to just stay in and not worry about the dude spinning out in front and just pick my line and stick to it. But yeah, no, once I fixed my mirror, towards the end of the race, Wilkie was just on my bumper the whole time, so I was really fighting him off more than anything, and that was fun. But I was stupid and didn't adjust my mirror till later. But you'll see, you know, I was dead last, and we're just working our way up, passing as many cars as we can, get a caution, move back up, pass a couple cars, and it seemed to work. It was just so much fun, such a different experience, and you know, it wasn't fast, but still terrifying enough. There's about 3 minutes of in-car footage left, and you'll see I started banking on the cautions to cool off brakes and tires. So rather than conserving, I started just driving at the absolute limit of the car, trying to like late brake really hard and just surge on people and just dive on the inside. I kind of did there, but not that aggressive. I actually think so I didn't talk right there so you could hear my throttle. I didn't intentionally spin that car out. I actually lifted when they started going sideways, hoping that they would drive out of it, but they were just kind of going slower than my threshold of grip. People were intentionally spinning people out. I didn't want to do that because I would be bummed if someone did it to me. Cletus. But yeah, they just should have stayed in it and they wouldn't have spun out because I lifted. So that happened to me quite a few times where I kind of got nudged in back but was able to recover. So my new tactic has been, since there's so many cautions, I've just been kind of dive bombing people and driving way too aggressively, counting on the cautions to cool down. Seems to be working somewhat. See, that was a good example of me letting off because I didn't want to spin them out. I could have, but I just needed to get through and they were in my way. There we go. Bye-bye. Mind you, I know nothing about circle track racing either. I got some advice from a few friends, specifically I got some advice from a few friends on setup and stuff, but other than that, I'm just kind of figuring it out as I go. I know my line isn't the most perfect, but it's weird. Sometimes it felt better on the inside, sometimes it felt better on the outside. Clip's over. Of course, at the most crucial moment on the very last 2 laps that were the most heated and the most fun, my GoPros weren't going. I tried stopping them every single time we had caution to try to conserve battery life, but I obviously didn't do it enough and I missed that footage. I was able to get it from Cletus, so I'll put it in here, but I will say on the last couple laps, like I said, I was just trying to dive bomb and get my way up, and I got into kind of like 3rd place. I was behind Taylor and Cletus, and I just hung there until like the last lap or 2, because I knew if I got into that 1st position too early, I would probably get spun out by Cletus. So I was trying to play my tactic right and just hang back until I had the right moment to strike.
Now, so we're about to see the flag drop, I believe.
You're back wide.
All right, the green flag. We have 2 more laps.
Here we go, 2 laps left. We got Cletus McFarland leading, going into turn 2.
They can hear you.
Cletus still leading, going into turn 3. We got Adam LZ. We got contact going into turn 4. Adam LZ and Cletus McFarland battling it out, going down the stretch, going into turn 1.
And here we go.
LZ trying to pass Cletus McFarland with the lead right now, going into turn 2.
Cletus won't let him.
Now this is for the win.
Will Adam do a pit
going hard
maneuver?
into turn 3. Adam LZ chasing him right now. Here he goes with the pit maneuver.
Oh, here we go. Hey, Cletus with the win.
The Freedom 500.
The Freedom 500, the very first one at the Freedom Factory.
This thing got a little bit beat out of it. I'm pretty sure we got 2nd. It was getting dicey. I was getting pushed from the inside and You guys saw the live stream, but that was a blast. I'm super pumped. That was a blast. Me and Wilkie had some really good laps where I was trying to fend him off and keep him from passing. That front tire definitely heat cycled a little bit, but we still got some tread. Look at this thing. I had so much fun. Now, do I take my wing back or do I leave it on? I'll leave it on. Yo, what a blast that race was. Because of the new curfew, we weren't really able to stay there late and hang out, so I didn't get to film as much as I would have liked to afterwards and talk with everybody. But it was so much fun. I have to give a massive, massive, massive shout out to Cleetus for putting this on. It is such a huge undertaking to put together an event of that scale with all the cars you had to get, prepare. Everything ran pretty smoothly for the most part, even with having to move a day ahead. I was just so honored to be a part of it. I had so much fun driving. I hope you guys enjoyed the footage. I was just really there to be there and have fun. I knew that the video probably wasn't going to be the best, but hopefully still the in-car footage was enjoyable. I'm gonna get back to you tomorrow, or actually, yeah, tomorrow. We're gonna have a daily upload tomorrow on some cool stuff that's been going on with the E36, so I hope you guys get excited for that. Thank you again, Garrett, Cleetus. You guys can still watch the full stream. It's available on his website. The link will be down in the description. Super appreciative. I had so much fun, and hopefully I'm invited to the next one. So we'll see you guys tomorrow.